Now we are going to start with the poultry farming. So obviously in poultry farming we rear poultry birds. So rearing birds like hen, duck for eggs and meat is called as poultry farming. So we have two kinds of sheds here. We have free range farming and we have battery cage farming. In free range farming, what we do actually, we just we have a certain area which is closed by a fence. So or you can say a net like thing. So there in daytime the birds are left free so that they can roam around, but in night time they are just closed in a cage. So this is what is a free range farming. In a battery cage farming, we have a area, or you can say we have a box, we have a certain kind of confined area made up of metal mesh where the chickens are kept. They are supplied with food, they are supplied with the water and everything what they need, and they don't have a area where they can actually roam about. So this is what is a free range and battery cage. And if we talk about the food, so here we have chicken and broilers, so we need to supply them with the required balanced diet for their proper growth. Now there are certain kind of disease which we see in a poultry farming. It is mostly it is a viral kind of disease like ranicate and fowl pox. In ranicate, birds suffer from suffocation and loss of appetite. In fowl pox, there is lesions on the body and also a discharge from nose. These are the common symptoms. And in aspergillosis, which is a fungal infection, patches appear on the skin. So we need to take care of. So if you are providing a proper food, proper water and proper shelter, we can actually get rid of these disease. So this is what is a poultry farming. Now starting with an apiculture. So what is an apiculture? Apiculture means rearing honey bees to obtain honey and bee wax. Rearing honey bees, and what we get from honey bee, we get bee wax and we get honey. So usually what bees do, they collect nectar from flowers, they make honeycomb and there they store honey. They collect nectar and they store in a honeycomb, and they make honeycomb where the honey is actually stored. But in apiculture, what is there? There are certain boxes which are made up of wood with frames, and these boxes forms an apiary actually. So in this the bees actually connect nectar and all, and they are just making a honeycomb like this. And then when the person which actually is concerned with the collection of the honey and the bee wax from the apiculture, what they do, they actually use a method of smoker. What they do, they have a certain you can say a box where they lit fire to twigs and dry leaves. So when they just move the smoker towards the honeycomb, or you can say the apiary, this drives away the honeybees. So they can actually protect, because they need to protect themselves also from honeybee. So honeybees just fly off, and moreover when the person, when they are extracting honey, they need to wear special clothes, they need to cover their face with a helmet, because there might be a chance that the honeybee may bite them. So they need to take care of that, and then they just leave the honeycomb and move, and there they can collect honey and bee wax. So this is what is an apiculture, how it is done. Now moving on to the pisciculture, it means breeding fish on large scale. It means breeding fish on large scale. So pisciculture is best done in a pond. So in pond we supply fishes with the food which is supplemented with all requirements what they need actually, and then the fishes are reared on large scale. And you know that we have a freshwater fishes also, we have marine water also. Freshwater are katla, rohu, singhara. Marine are hilsa, tuna and salmon. You need to know actually this, because see, you will be studying this pisciculture, apiculture much more details in higher class, but at your level you should know only, you should be well versed with these names and a small thing that what branch it is dealing with and what actually you can do it to, and also the disease which can occur in an organism. So this is what is a pisciculture. So I think you got it, that what is poultry farming, what is apiculture, what is pisciculture. Now we are starting with the sericulture, where we will be rearing silkworms, and you know that from silkworms we get silk. So this is what is a poultry farming, and you should know about the disease and the symptoms as well, and apiculture and pisciculture, the definitions, and also how it is done. You should have a basic idea. So this is what is a poultry farming, apiculture and pisciculture. Now we will be starting with the sericulture.